Johnson, not your prototype kicker. He's kind of a big fella. Usually a kicker is a scrawnier guy. Here's the kick by Johnson. It is fielded at the 15, dropped by Bradbury. He picks it back up out to about the 25-yard line. And he is down there. That was not Bradbury. Justin Gaddis on the kickoff return. So we're underway. Football 93 is here.
It's a nice start for the Wolves, able to get down and not allow anything to happen for the Panthers there on the initial kickoff return.
Where we at? 26-yard line.
Right.
Oblong 1st and 10. They also in a pro set backfield and a handoff. Right side Moss, and he is hammered.
Turner.
Wes Turner with a big hit. Turner, very good defensive player last year for the Wolves. He's a hard hitter.
In fact, I think he lost a little bit.
The official mark. They give him a yard, barely. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Panthers. No, he did lose a yard.
He did lose a yard.
That's what I get for listening to the PA guy. I saw him before the game. He said, I've never done this before.
Is that right? We better go with our own intuitions then, haven't we?
2nd down and 11 for Oblong after the 1-yard loss. Back to pass. Gaddis, he's in trouble. And sacked.
Boy, in there quick on Gaddis that time. Kyle Wheeler, he was all over him.
That's Jeff Flehardy, the quarterback, Randy. 2 plays and 2 no gains. Actually 2 losses for Oblong to start this. This Wolves defense is fired up.
Put -3 up for Flehardy.
The Panthers going the wrong direction. They've lost 4 yards on 2 plays.
Wheeler was in there quick.
3rd down and 14. Passing situation for the Panthers. We're just underway here. No score at Oblong. Flora defense charged up. Flehardy with a handoff. It is going for a couple of yards.
Corey Williams on the carry. He was stopped by Frankie Lusk, but he didn't get near enough.
No, they needed 14. Looked like he got maybe 5 out of them back. Punting situation coming up for the Panthers. Fourth down and 94, Randy, according to the scoreboard.
He did get 5 on the carry.
4th and 9. Back deep to take the punt for the Wolves will be Joel Pallas, one of the back men. Eric Major deep. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for and fumbled by the Wolves. It's still loose. Thank goodness somebody fell on it.
Dustin Zimmerman.
Wow. There was a mix-up. Joel Pallas was standing there along with number 44, Brock Henson. Henson waved a fair catch. Pallas cut in front of him, and it was a fumble, but Dustin Zimmerman was heads up. He jumped on the loose ball. So Flora will take it in good field position at their own 42-yard line. That's excellent position.
It is. That could have been a disaster.
Yeah. That reminded me of a playoff game a couple of years ago against Alton Marquette when the Wolves, remember that?
Oh, my. Yeah, I do.
Hit the fellow's shoulder pad.
Yeah.
The play of the game.
That's right.
1st and 10, the Wolves' first offensive play of the 1993 season. Sam Irwin brings them up. Split left is McGrew. In the backfield, you've got Turner, Glick, and Major. Irwin with a long count. Snap and handoff up the middle. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards by Wes Turner. Actually, only a yard gain.
I was fooled as well.
It looked like he was all the way out to the 45. Then they brought the ball back. His knee must have touched.
I think that's going to be typical Wes Turner style of running right there. That's what we've seen from him in the past. Give me the ball, run straight ahead.
2nd and 9 for the Wolves, just underway in this one. Irwin, the handoff this time to Major. Gets around 2 men, still on his feet outside. He's got a 1st down. Eric Major into Oblong territory. to the 46-yard line. Nifty running job by Eric Major. He was hit a couple of times at the line of scrimmage, kept the legs moving, and he broke it open for a nice, about a 10-yard gain. First down of the year for the Wolves. A lot of firsts tonight in your first game.
Those are good kinds of firsts, and we'll take those all night long.
Man in motion for the Wolves. Irwin hands off to Turner, cuts left. He's good for about 5 yards. Wes Turner.
Nice rolling move inside.
Right, went left. Gain of 5 or probably 6. It is 6 yards for Turner. Second down and 4. The Wolves moving the ball pretty easily here after the first play didn't go anywhere, but ever since then, they're having their way on the line of scrimmage. We should point out Oblong is a pretty good-sized team. And off to Major through the hole left side. First down, Flora. Major inside the 30.
Let's see where they mark it.
Yeah,
ball started on
it's hard to pick them up here.
It is.
At Oblong.
Ball started on the 45-yard line. I believe it is just right on the 30, is not?
Yeah, about the 29.5.
We'll give him 15 on the carry. 2 carries, 25 yards for Eric Major here tonight.
Major having a good start. This is his senior year. Here's the pitch to Major, right side. He's got some daylight. 5 yards, 10, still on his feet. He's knocked down, but another first down for the Wolves. Inside the 20-yard line for Eric Major.
We've got an injured Oblong player.
Major is really quick.
He's fast.
Player still, he's up on one knee now, shaking up a bit. He's all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, he got a 20-yard pickup there.
So Major up to 45 yards on 3 carries.
What a performance.
What an average. You know, we were reviewing last year before tonight's game, and
that's Dusty Moss that's down.
He's one of their prime players, one of their main running backs. All of last season, there was no Flora Wolf running back that rushed for 100 yards in a ball game. Major is on his way tonight.
What we was looking at our stats, and I think Burkett had 98 one game was the closest that we got.
Injured player is still on the field, but he's up. He'll have to go out, I would think. He'll head to the sideline.
He'll be all right.
The Wolves have a 1st and 10, so it must just be on this side of the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line for Flora. It's been all on the ground so far. They started this drive at their own 42-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. Irwin hands off to Major, right side. He's hammered after a pickup of 2 or 3.
That was a good stop that time by Donnie Shields of Oblong, in there quick. Wrapped him up. He's still got 5, though.
5-yard gain for Eric Major.
Gives him 50 yards on the night.
6-yard line. Handoff again to Major. He is.
They're beginning to get his number.
After a gain of a couple this time. Yeah, their number 21's carried the ball. 5 of the 7 plays the Wolves have run.
Yeah, I didn't think he got it. No gain that time.
Looks like he hit the hole, and that was it. Timeout on the field for the Flora Wolves. They've got a 3rd down and 5 at the Oblong 6-yard line. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. There's no score. We'll be back to Oblong in a moment. On 5 carries. Wow.
I look for somebody besides Eric Major to have the ball this time.
Major and Turner in the backfield. Joel Pallas split left. Handoff to Turner. He knives through for a couple, maybe 3 yards, but it will be short of the first down. We'll see what the Wolves want to do. setting up a 4th down. 4th down and 2 yards to go at the Oblong 3-yard line. They'll go for it. Jay Mann was warming up on the sideline as if he was going to kick a field goal, but apparently Coach Martin and the staff want to go for it. They do. 4th down, Turner up the middle. Touchdown. Les Turner with a 3-yard score with 5:58 to go in the first quarter. Flora gets on the board first. It's 6-0 Flora. Nice play by the Wolves. It was basic run and block, or block and run, and they executed and got the 6.
You can sure tell this year that there's a line in front of the backs.
That's the key on anything. Here's the extra point up, and good by Jay Mann. Jay Mann kicks the extra point. The Wolves lead 7-0. You know what?
What?
When they scored the touchdown, the clock's supposed to be dead. 20 seconds ran off the clock since that, with 5:45 to go in the first quarter.
You're right.
7-0 Wolves. We'll be back with a Wolves kickoff in a minute. Time tonight. Oblong had the ball to start this game. They went nowhere on their possession. They actually lost yardage and then finally gained 1 yard out of all of it. The Wolves started their drive on their own 42-yard line. It was all on the ground, mainly by Eric Major with 50 yards. Wes Turner got the touchdown.
A lot of questions answered that time. We know now that we can run the ball, and we know that Mann can kick.
Here's the kickoff by Lee Johnson, and it's fielded downfield by Bradbury. Bradbury slipped, and he downed himself actually at about the 30. We are having a problem picking up where the ball is. The stripes here at Oblong are very narrow, and it's hard to see. And we apologize for that. Oblong on their own 27. Their second possession of the night. Lee Hardy, the quarterback. Hands off right side, reverse, cross grain play for the Panthers.
That was Corey Williams.
Williams with a nice run for the Panthers. 1st and 10 for Oblong. Out to the 40. Pickup of 12 or 13 yards. First down of the night for Oblong. Lee Hardy hands off again to Williams.
This Williams boy's a big kid.
Out to the 48-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Williams.
5'9", 210 pounds. He's low to the ground and got a lot of size, and he's a strong kid.
Bruising fullback. Second down, and actually it's 1. Give him 9 on that last carry. Handoff again goes, and a penalty flag on the play, by the way. Anyway, the handoff was to Dusty Moss. Very little gain, if any. He got about a half yard.
Holding against Oblong.
First penalty of the night. No doubt the Wolves will take that, march the Panthers back. Surprising that is the first penalty, the first game of the year. Usually a few mistakes.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on that a moment ago. They're going to mark it off.
Bad break for the Panthers. They were just now getting some offense generated, but a holding penalty brings them back. Instead of 3rd down and about a half a foot to go for a first, we're going to have 2nd and 11. 4.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's Flora with a 7-0 lead here. The Wolves did that pretty easily. That first score, Randy. Last year, they really had to work for any points they got.
They did.
It didn't seem like it took a lot of effort. Lee Hardy, handoff to new running
Jeremy Sanders.
Sanders picks up about 10. Just shy of the first down.
It's going to be really close.
They need to get to the 50. He's to the 49. Actually, the 49.5. Third down, less than a yard to go for the Panthers. Wolves need a good defensive surge here.
This Oblong team has really got some size to it, as Coach Martin alluded to in the pregame show. Probably one of the biggest teams they'll face all year.
Third, less than a yard for the Panthers. Lee Hardy. And thrown for the loss is Sanders. Sanders with the second carry, but there's a penalty on the play.
John Hurleman was in there big time. Another holding against Oblong.
Well, it will be 4th down and about 4 if they don't take the penalty. If they do, it will be 3rd down and about 14.
I don't think they're going to take it.
It is declined. So the Wolves defense holds on 3rd down, setting up a 4th down and 4 yards for the Panthers. Will they punt?
That was Moss that.
Was it?
I think
I saw number 17 in the pile.
Might have been Sanders.
I think it was a mix-up. Sanders is in to punt, or is he? J-Man back to receive the punt. And a timeout by Oblong with 3:22 to go in the first quarter, that is. It's Flora 7, Oblong nothing. We'll be back to Oblong High School in a minute. To do the punting for the Panthers, he gets it off. It's a low punt. Zimmerman will just let it bounce around, and Oblong downs it at about the 20.
Once again, not bad field position for the Wolves.
Not at all. Not as good as it was first time.
No.
Their first possession started at their own 42. This one, 22.
Looks good to me. Once again, we apologize, but it's really hard for us to pick up the markers here at Oblong.
Second possession of the night for Flora. They lead 7-0 here first quarter with 3 minutes to go. And here's pitch and a handoff left side. Eric Major, I think.
I think so. Boy, the water was flying. There's a lot of water on this field tonight.
That was Major. Major picks up 6 yards, it looks like.
See where they really spot it here.
I know what's throwing us off. The marker, the chain gang's on the wrong side of the field. Remember that?
Yeah.
That Oblong. I remember that now. 5-yard gain for Eric Major. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Wolves here. They lead 7-0 first quarter. Irwin pitches out to Major. He goes right side. He's got some daylight. First down, Flora. Just over the 30-yard line. Actually, the 35. 10-yard gain for Eric Major. Well, he's running right through this Oblong defense.
I've got him for 7 carries, 65 yards. 5 first downs for the Wolves.
Pretty good per carry average for.
Not only is he quick, but he can cut.
He seems to pick his holes where he wants to go. Handoff Zimmerman other way. Dustin Zimmerman in the lineup gets the carry and picks up 6 yards.
That's Zimmerman's first carry of the night.
It was one of those, what do you call that? Cross grain runs?
Sounds good to me.
Against the flow. That's what it was. Everyone's going one way, and he comes back the other way with the ball. 6-yard pickup by Zimmerman. 2nd and 4 for the Wolves. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. Irwin back to pass for the first time tonight. He rolls out, tucks it under, and knocked out of bounds at the 43. Good decision by Irwin. He didn't have anybody open, so he kept the ball. Picked up a couple of yards out of it.
He bent the yard marker. think he was able to pick up a yard, was he not?
I think so. 3rd down and 4. Wolves need to get to the 45, just out a little past the 45-yard line for the first down. We approach a minute to go in the quarter. And off to,
I think that was Zimmerman again, was it not?
I think it was Glick.
It was Glick.
Brian Glick with the carry. Had some loose footing there, and he slipped down before he got to the first down. Glick picked up maybe 2. 4th down. I'd say about 2.5 yards, 3 to go. They're saying 4th and 1 though on the scoreboard. That doesn't look
right. It's a long
Randy.
one, isn't it?
It's like about 3.
They're going for it.
Wolves will go for it.
Gutsy
call here early. We've seen this before from the Wolves, and offsides on Oblong. That's what they were trying to do. They pulled the Panthers off. So when you have a quarterback that is suddenly changes his cadence on the call, that can pull off the defense, and that's what happened.
That's the 3rd penalty of the night against the Panthers for 25 yards. Knock on wood, Flora yet to draw the first penalty flag.
First down for Flora out to their 48-yard line. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. They lead this game 7-0. Aaron brings them up. He's back to pass this time. Has some time down the right side. Man open. Palace catches it. Down to the 30, inside the 30-yard line. Joel Palace, we talked about him early. He's got some good hands, and he's tall. His first catch of the year, Irwin's first pass of the year.
That's our new student body president that made that catch.
We forgot to congratulate Joel. I understand he was elected yesterday.
Where did they spot that at? Man, it's hard to see.
Looks like about the 24-yard line. We'll guess at it. It was a nice play. Let's say that. 1st and 10. That ends the first quarter. Randy will try to figure out how long to pass. Irwin through to Palace. The Wolves are on the move. They lead after 1 quarter, 7-0. We'll be back to Oblong in a minute. Knocking at the door again after a 28-yard pass play. Irwin to Palace. The Wolves have it in good field position at the Oblong 24. Right?
Right.
Irwin with a handoff to Major. Major's cut down for a loss. Good defense there for Oblong.
Yeah, that's Dirk Sheridan in on the stop. Dirk is a 6'2", 240-pound linebacker. He's a senior here at the Oblong High School. He was in there quick. I remember him from last year. He's a good ball player.
I was going to say that. I remember Sheridan last year. He is tough. Big kid. 7-0 here. Just underway in the second quarter. Flora with the 7-0 lead over the Oblong Panthers. We got an official timeout on the field.
See what this is all about.
I don't know.
Seven to nothing our score. 11:16 left in the second quarter. Flora leading the Panthers and just about to do it again.
Here they go. Irwin brings them up. Irwin, or rather Turner, Major in the backfield. Irwin wants to pass. Left side has a man open.
Palace.
Touchdown, Joel Palace. Joel Palace with 2 receptions. One for 28 yards, one for 27. 26 and a touchdown. Or 27. That sounds fine.
Well, that's a dangerous combination, is it not?
13-0 Flora. J-Man in to do the extra point duties. Irwin will hold for him. Here's the hike, but the kick goes off right. No good. J-Man 1 for 2 in the extra point category. The Wolves with 2 touchdowns and a 13-0 lead. 10:48 to go in the first half. The Wolves having it easy here early. We'll be back to Oblong after this. Getting ready for their 3rd kickoff of the night. That last touchdown, 27 yards. Sam Irwin to Joel Palace by the air. All of last year, Irwin with only 2 touchdown passes. He's halfway there. Johnson with a good kick this time. Taking it is Bradbury, and he is hammered after picking up 5 or 6 yards. Who made that hit? That Brian Lane? Third and 10, Oblong. This series going nowhere for the Panthers.
I think this Flora offense is actually pumping up the defense.
Yeah. We mentioned it early. Last year, the Flora offense had to work hard for anything they got. They didn't score that much. The defense had to carry them. This year, so far, it's very balanced. Handoff and a reverse.
Now they whistled it dead. Yeah. That's a big loss.
Boys. Williams had the football. Looked like he tried to lateral it at the last moment to Sanders, and they blew it dead.
Yeah, they blew it dead whenever he got wrapped up.
4th down and 16, a loss of 6 yards on the play. And a punting situation for Oblong. It will give the Wolves good field position here with 8:40 to go in the first half. They already are up 13-0. Sanders takes the snap. A high punt. Fielded by Zimmerman at the 45, 40, 35. Knocked out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Nice run back for the Wolves. Dustin Zimmerman. But there is a penalty flag.
It's way back there, too.
Back to where the punter was. Surely not roughing the punter.
I missed
anybody hit him. They're talking to the Wolves. And Brian Lane. Apparently on Oblong.
It's a motion penalty. And it's declined. Flora with real good field position again.
They have it at the 34-yard line of Oblong with about 8.5 minutes to go in the half. Plenty of time, Randy, to get another score and really put this game away in the first half.
That would be nice.
Wolves have looked sharp early.
13-0 in favor of the Wolves, and they're within striking distance again.
Turner and Major in the backfield. Irwin wants to pass again, though. Out in the flats to Zimmerman down the left side to the 20-yard line. Out of bounds inside the 20. Dustin Zimmerman with his first reception. Irwin is 3 out of 3 in the passing department. The ball is marked at the 19-yard line. Wolves knocking on the door again.
15-yard pass play.
2 receivers split wide right this time. Irwin rolls that way, gets some good blocking, pumps. Now he'll run it to the 10, 5, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by Irwin. He rolled right. Everybody was covered. He tucked it under and ran. He's made 2 good decisions like that tonight, we've seen, where he could have thrown it up, but could have been picked off, and he runs it instead.
Exactly. I was unable to tell exactly what the marking's going to be on that. It was a first down.
It was inside the 5, it looked like.
And we started where?
At 19. I think. First down from the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Wolves. 7:47 to go in the first half. They lead 13-0. Irwin to Major, right side. Close to the goal line, just short. It will be second down in short yardage for the Wolves. Hustling into the lineup, Glick. Zimmerman comes out.
They're going to give him 4.
4-yard gain. So it's second and goal from the 1. who will get it this time. Turner scored a touchdown. Joel Pallas has scored via the air. This time it goes to Major. He's close.
I don't think he made it.
No signal yet. Just short. Third down. Less than a yard to go for the Wolves at the goal line.
Joel Pallas coming back in.
6:40 to go in the half.
The thing that this Flora offense has been able to do here tonight, Bill, is be good at whatever they attempt to do, and that has opened up this Oblong defense tremendously.
Irwin takes the snap, keeps it himself. Touchdown, Flora. No, it wasn't. Excuse me. Freeman got the touchdown. He snuck in there. Where'd he come from?
Everybody getting their turn.
Matt Freeman, we didn't even know he was in a lineup, and he gets the 6 points from a yard. So it's 19-0. The extra point kick wide right again. And it remains 19-0 Flora. 6:24 to go in the first half. The Wolves have the Panthers reeling. We'll be back to Oblong in a minute. Have a lopsided game enjoyed by the Flora Wolves, and there are many fans. We haven't pointed that out. A lot of them have made the trip to Oblong.
That they have.
19-0 Flora. They've done it on the ground and in the air. And defensively, they've held Oblong to 1 first down in this half. And very little yardage.
24 yards total for the Oblong Panthers here tonight.
Lee Johnson with a long kickoff this time. Fielded by Moss at the 15, right up the middle. Penalty flags flying. Moss out to the 32-yard line.
And we'll see what the call is.
And it was in the middle of the field, so it could be on anybody, really.
Holding Oblong.
That's their 3rd holding penalty of the night. They've had a couple of other penalties. The Wolves have not been penalized. What a nice-looking sunset, Randy. There.
Remember the last time we were up here, there was a smell of someone grilling in the air. You remember that?
They had a cookout before.
They didn't invite us.
They did. They had one tonight. Had some good barbecue.
4th penalty for the Oblong Panthers, 35 yards total.
So instead of having it in fair position, they'll march it back. And Panthers have it 1st and 10 at their 23-yard line. 6:13 to go in the half. Flehardy, or Sanders with it. He is thrown to the ground after maybe a yard.
Lane in on that stop.
Brian Lane just picked him up, threw him down.
Also in there, Kenneth Marison.
That was a different formation for Oblong. They had the quarterback and then the 2 halfbacks sort of right next to him. And the snap went to one of the running backs instead of to Flehardy, the quarterback.
Well, Oblong's just trying to get anything going here.
I'm going to go away from that this time. Back to the pro set. Flehardy. Hands off. Collins. Or, excuse me,
Williams. Nice run by Williams.
Williams out to the 40-yard line. And that should be good enough for a first down. It is first down and more for the Panthers. 39 is where they mark it down. Gain of 15. First and 10 Oblong. That's one of their longer plays of the night. 19-0 Flora here in the first half. Fumble. Sanders picks it up, however. He dropped it, but picked it back up.
Lee Johnson in on the stop, as well as Matt Freeman.
No gain on the play. It will be 2nd and 11. They say he lost a yard, but it looks like right where it was.
Yeah.
Second and a long 10 for the Panthers. Williams is stacked up.
Now he broke
Now
three.
He broke three. How'd he do that?
I don't know.
He hit about 5 times at the line. Williams kept bouncing off guys like a pinball and picked up about 5. Nice job by Williams for the Oblong Panthers.
The only bright spot of the night for Oblong offensively is Corey Williams. He has 6 carries, 41 yards thus far.
It will be 3rd down and 5 for Flora.
Jeremy Sanders next.
Four yards to go for the Panthers. They have the ball at their 46-yard line. They need to get to midfield for the first. Will they go for it?
I think they are.
They are. Flea Hardy brings up his team. They need a first down. Now he calls a quick timeout. With 3:05 to go in the first half, it's Flora 19, Oblong nothing. Back to Oblong and more Flora Wolves football after this. Scores for you at halftime. We'll go around the conference.
See what's happening where? Everybody out of conference.
Out of conference. Couple of games tonight. Lawrenceville, who many think could win the NEC. Tough opener. They play the state's top-rated 3A team, Robinson, tonight. Mount Carmel, they play the state's 2nd-rated 3A team in Harrisburg. Wow.
Could be a good learning experience for them, though.
You bet. Salem plays Centralia. That's a good game. Fairfield against Edwards County tonight. Here we go. 4th down and 4 for the Panthers.
He got it.
Off to Sanders. He's open to the 40. He could go all the way to the 30, 20. He's brought down from behind inside the Wolves' 10-yard line. What a touchdown-saving tackle by the Wolves. Number 34, Brandon Crutzinger, came from nowhere to give him an ankle tackle. Wow, but what a run by Sanders. Where did they mark it down?
It's about the 2-yard line.
It's at the 4.
4?
At the 4, and that started.
Okay, that's 46. That'd be a 56-yard run then for Jeremy Sanders.
Wow. Not what the Wolves wanted to see. Whatever Oblong coach Scott called in the huddle during that timeout had the Wolves fooled. So 2:29 to go in the half. Oblong trying to get on the board before it ends.
He did.
And they score.
Corey Williams.
Touchdown Williams from 4 yards. And there goes the Wolves shutout. And the Oblong Panthers score a very important touchdown because not only they're on the board, it will give them momentum to go into the second half.
You bet.
19-6 to score. The Panthers will try to kick the extra point, it looks like.
That goes
Sanders.
Sanders is fast.
Well, he sure was.
I'm talking fast through the line. Right, but he was able to be caught. But his acceleration off the ball was just really nice that time.
What a job by Crutzinger, though, to come from, he was way back, and he came from out of nowhere to catch him and tackle him. Here's the extra point. Up and good by Oblong. It's 19-7 now, Flora. 2:20 to go in the first half. We'll be back with a Panthers kickoff. It's been a good first half to start this season. We'll be back with more after this. So the Oblong Panthers scraping back into this ball game. It looked like Flora was going to run away and hide, but they're only 2 touchdowns up now. 19-7. Oblong will kick off. Sanders does the duties. It's a good kick. Bounces a couple of times. Major picks it up at the 15, to the 30, to the 34-yard line. Eric Major with a kickoff return of about 15 or so. We'll see what the Wolves can do with it in 2:14. 2:14 left here in the first half. Right in front of us is Brian Lane. He's a big fellow, isn't he? I've read a lot about him in a lot of the papers, Southern Illinois newspapers, and say he could carry him. There's Matt Freeman, who scored a TD. Here's back on the field. Zimmerman with the carry, and not much.
That was Glick. 32 with the ball. I don't think
gain of a yard, it looks like. 1 yard gain. Time running out here in the first half, 1.5 minutes. Wolves do have a couple of timeouts left. I would think if they get a first down here, they might call one. Irwin wants to pass. He's rolling right. In trouble. Gets it across the field. Joe Palace had it and dropped it. He had it at the 42. Well, he was wide open, too.
He was open, but he was in water, and the ball was wet, and it was a real gammon mess that time.
That one area of the field all the way down is just like it's like a lake over there.
Yeah. Seems like every time we come to Oblong, I mean, we've had rain and have a wet field.
Sam Irwin is limping. He calls a timeout. Hopefully he's all right. 1:21 to go in the half. Flora 19-7 over Oblong. More after this.
Even get your contacts the day of the exam. Well, how do I make an appointment? Just call me, Dr. Scott Woolley, at 662-8468, or stop by my office at 119 West 2nd in Flora. Remember, better vision may mean better grades.
R.D. Dury, the new quarterback, hands off to Major. Eric Major around the left side, still on his feet, close to the first down. Major a yard shy. They needed 9. He got 8.
74 yards on the night for Eric Major on 10 carries. What a performance.
It will be 4th down and less than a yard for the Wolves. The ball is marked at their own 43-yard line. I don't know if we pointed it out. R.D. Dury, the new quarterback for the Wolves. He's a sophomore. Sam Irwin was shaken up, looked like the ankle. He's walking it off on the sideline.
I think he's going to be all right. He'll probably be back in the second half.
R.D. Dury on the quarterback keeper. He went up the middle. He had the first down. Then they pushed him back.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him the spot.
The forward progress is stopped, and that was. It is a first down. Dury needed a yard. He got it. Flora 1st and 10 at their 45 with 23 seconds to go in the first half. What do you do here? Go long. And
have to.
You take a timeout. Talk about it. 21 seconds to go in the half. It's been a good start, Randy. The Wolves have ran the ball well. They passed the ball. Their defenses look outstanding.
Just let down
we don't know how good Oblong is, though. It's hard to say how big of a test this was.
The only thing we know about Oblong is they're big. And they are big. I think that's evident. But Eric Major was 74 yards. Sam Irwin's rushed for 15 and thrown for 70. Palace has been on the receiving end of 2 passes, one for 28 yards, one for 27 yards, and a TD. Wes Turner doing a good job up the middle whenever you need him for a short yard situation. Zimmerman showed some speed. There's just so many weapons that this Flora offense can throw at you. You have to feel like they're going to be very competitive in the NEC this year.
I'm looking forward to next week at Carmi. That will be a good one. Carmi was disappointed last year. They finished 2-7. They're a better team than that this year.
They are a better team. They've got some good talent down there. And yeah, I'm sure that they're working hard to put together a winning season this year as well.
So it will be a 1st down and 10 for the Wolves at their own 45-yard line. They lead 19-7 with 21 seconds to go in the first half. R.D. Dury, the quarterback, in for the injured Sam Irwin.
In a shotgun formation.
To Dury. He wants to pass. Down the field, it's up for grabs. Caught by Palace. Joe Palace at the 32 of Oblong. Wow. Best looking receiver I've ever seen at Flora. I've done 4 years of Flora football, but Joel catches anything in the neighborhood. He dropped one, and that was the easiest of them all.
23-yard pass play. What a super effort that time.
Dury just threw it up in a crowd, and Palace, who is taller than the other guys. Remember, he plays basketball.
Flora got their first penalty of the night, though.
So it will nullify a good pass play. Dury to Palace.
I really don't know what the call is, but that's a.
They're bringing it all the way back.
Marking it off from there, so it's all nullified.
Looked like the signal was legal receiver downfield, I think was the call. Ineligible receiver downfield. So it will be first down and 15. That's a 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
And you have to feel like now they're probably just going to sit on it. They are just going to run the clock out. That's going to be the end of the first half.
First half is history. The Flora Wolves look impressive. They lead 19-7 over the Oblong Panthers. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to Oblong with halftime scoring and stats. Also, we'll have the IHSA Sports Report coming up at halftime. Well, hold the phones here. The official says
the half can't end on a penalty. Did they have to take the snap?
They have to take the snap.
Yep.
To make it official.
What are you guys doing?
So they'll bring it back out. The Wolves will take one snap. And I tell you what, why not just
throw it up? Throw it up.
You don't have much to lose. You have one play. Send everybody deep and throw it. Will they do that or just kneel down and end it? Dury brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. It's a reverse to Zimmerman. And he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Zimmerman had one guy to beat. That was Sanders, and Sanders tripped him up. That ends the first half officially. 19-7, Flora over Oblong. Back in a moment. Time lead. They will receive to start the second half. Some other scores around the area tonight. Mount Carmel, Harrisburg scoreless. Second quarter action. Salem leading Centralia 14-0. Robinson over Lawrenceville 7-0. Newton has a 12-0 lead at Albany. Red Hill Palestine scoreless. Carmi and North Knox no score. And Fairfield and Edwards County tied at 6.
I tell you what, that lets you know that Lawrenceville's in this thing to play. Robinson, the #1 rated team in the state, and they can only get 7 points on Lawrenceville in 2 quarters of play. That's an interesting game. That's going to be a good gauge of just how good Coach Lockhart's Lawrenceville Indians are. And I got to tell you, I think they're real good.
Luckily for the Wolves this year, they get Lawrenceville at home.
That's right.
At Lawrenceville is a tough place to play.
Our Flora Wolves have looked real good here tonight as well. Oblong starts the half with a penalty.
Right. Delay of game penalty, so they'll kick off from the 30. Or the 25, excuse me. It's fielded by McGrew at the 40, 45 to midfield into Oblong territory. Matt McGrew to the 48. Or Rat, they call him. Or Rug Rat. McGrew, anyway, brings it to Oblong territory. They spotted at the 49 officially.
Dury's still in at quarterback. They've still got Irwin out of the ball game, although he is walking considerably better.
Look, he's favoring the left.
What he did, he launched a pass in the very wet conditions here at the field and slipped and twisted that ankle just a little bit, I think.
Dury brings him up. Handoff is to Major through the hole. Left side, he's got some daylight. Short of a first down, but not by much.
We've heard a lot of good things about R.D. Dury and the quarterback, too.
They're not missing a beat, really, when they go to him. It's an 8-yard pickup by Major. 2nd down and 2 to start the second half. Flora leads 19-7. Flora's touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Turner and Matt Freeman scored on the ground for the Wolves. Joel Pallas with a touchdown catch. This handoff is to Zimmerman. Zimmerman near first down yardage. He needed 2. Looks like he may have got it. Let's see.
If he did, he just did, and we'll see. They're going to measure it.
Right. It will be either a 3rd down and inches or a first down.
Glad I brought this jacket with me tonight.
You look pretty toasty over there. Nice, crisp night here in early September.
A perfect football
Boy, how
night.
weird the weather is. Last week at this time, you'd be melting at this time. They
Definitely a
stretched the
first
chains.
down.
First down, Flora. That was a 2-yard gain. Flora with their ninth first down of the ball game, first of this second half. They lead 19-7, just underway in the second half.
First and 10 on the 38-yard line.
Big John Hurleman, the center, brings them up. Turner and Major in the backfield. Glick in motion. To Major, right side. Bounces off 2 guys outside. He's down the sideline, close to another first down, still on his feet before he's brought down. Major with another good run. We'll see where they mark it off. It looked like 11 or 12-yard gain.
About a 12-yard gain.
Major.
I've got him for 94 on 12 carries.
Not a bad average.
Another first down for the Wolves. He was hit and hit and hit, and I just knew he was going down. He just bounces off and goes on.
Bounced off several guys.
Kind of an Emmitt Smith kind of runner.
Although Emmitt's not playing much football these days.
Sure not doing us Cowboy fans any good, I'll tell you.
I think he'll be in the lineup Monday night.
It's gonna be tough.
At RFK.
That's unfortunate.
First and 10 for the Wolves. Dury with the pitch. This time Zimmerman. He gets by 2 men down the left side to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
No.
Yes.
Is it? No. You called that one too early, bud. He's close.
It is. Or is it not? Well, the officials making all kinds of hand signs. He had his hands up like a touchdown. Then he was doing this job.
They're just right on the line. Right on the line.
Zimmerman with a great run nonetheless, down to about the 1-yard line.
And he started where?
I don't know.
You just cannot see the field here at all at Oblong.
Started at about the 20. Let's say 19-yard carry by Zimmerman. First and goal for the Wolves. Handoff Turner. He's stacked up at the line. He doesn't make it across the goal line. Second down and goal coming up. Second half action here. Flora with a 19-7 lead already.
This Flora backfield with all kinds of speed in it. Eric Major quick, Glick's quick, Zimmerman's quick.
Then you've got some good fullbacks in Turner, and then Matt Freeman, who's a horse too. They've got some talent. 2 good quarterbacks, some good receivers. Joel Pallas showed us in his first half. If you throw it in his area, he's going to catch it.
You bet.
And that's a real weapon in high school, and there's a penalty on the Wolves.
5-yard penalty. Only the second of the night against Flora.
Holding on the Wolves is the call. It will be first down and goal from. Well, it was a
10-yard penalty, yeah.
They're at the 10-yard line. Here's Major, cuts left, still on his feet. Eric Major, he's gone for a touchdown. Eric Major started right and then went the other way and outran everybody to the goal line. Major with the TD. The Wolves go up 26-7. 25-7. 9:12 to go in the third quarter.
What a job by the Flora line that time. There wasn't anybody in his area code.
He started right. All of a sudden, Major's gone left, and you're right. There's no one near him. Extra point will be, they will go for 2 points, that is. Dury hands off to Major. He's in for an easy 2. The Wolves go up 27-7. Eric Major with all the points on that time, with both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So with 8:55 to go in the third quarter. The Wolves pulling away. We'll be back to Oblong with the Wolves kickoff in a minute.
She is one of America's toughest drug enforcement.
All of a sudden, no one in front of him.
Well, he wasn't touched till the tackle by Mann.
Yeah.
First down and 10, Oblong, their best field position to start a drive tonight. Lee Hardy, the quarterback. Flora leading 27-7. Fumble. And on the ball in the backfield is the quarterback, Flea Hardy.
He'll lose a couple.
We have an
official's timeout.
Timeout, equipment repair for the Wolves. I think we're about ready. Or are we not?
Flora is, Oblong isn't.
There was a loss of 2 yards on the play, by the way. Second down and 12 for the Panthers. Flea Hardy, handoff to Williams. Williams grinds it out for about 2, and that's it. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Maybe.
Yeah. Panthers don't seem to be much of a threat in the passing department.
They haven't even attempted one tonight. And that kind of surprises me. I'm going to go back here and look. I think last year
they had a
different. Yeah, Flea Hardy was the same quarterback, and he put it up 6 times last year in the game. So I guess they've taken him out of the pass and just want to go with the run.
Third down and 10. This time, Flea Hardy with a keeper, and he is hammered at the line of scrimmage.
And we've got a penalty.
All kinds of Wolves on the bottom of that pile.
Yeah.
Freeman was there along with Wes Turner and a host of other Wolves.
Dale Thomas, the first one to really make the hit.
Dale Thomas will be one of the premier defensive players in the conference this year. One of the better pass rushers, although he hasn't done that tonight because they haven't passed the ball.
It's a chop block against Oblong. Coach Martin trying to decide what to do.
It will be fourth down if they decline.
They're going to back them up.
Take the penalty. Let's see, if they decline, it's fourth and 10 from the Wolves 43. Take the penalty. It gets it back into Oblong territory.
That's a big penalty.
15-yarder.
Yeah. Oblong's been penalized 6 times tonight for 55 yards.
12, or actually back to the 41-yard line of Oblong is where it's marked off to. So they have a third down and 25. A long way to go for the Panthers. Outside of the long run by Sanders tonight, 2 long runs, it's been all Flora in this one. 27-7 to score. Wolves. Flea Hardy keeps the ball and doesn't get much out of it.
No, he sure doesn't. He was hit by Big Lee Johnson. He just threw himself around him and down he went.
Flea Hardy may have ended up gaining a yard on the play. He was hit for a loss, bounced off the original hit, but didn't get much else. Fourth down. It was third and 25. He got a yard, I think, out of that. Fourth down and 24 to go. Punting situation for Sanders. Back deep is Major. Also Palace is there. Here's the punt. It's a short kick. Bounces, and Wolves will let it roll. It rolls inside the 20-yard line. At the 18. The Wolves back to work on the offense. Their offense has been very effective tonight. Eric Major over the 100-yard mark, and That's the first time in 2 years a Wolves running back has went over 100. Nobody did it all of last season. And here we are in the first game, and
it's already
cracked it. And I think this year we'll probably see not just Eric do that. A few of the other running backs probably will hit the century mark this year.
I think they all have the capabilities.
1st and 10, Wolves at their 18-yard line. They have a 27-7 lead, third quarter. Dury, the quarterback. And the handoff is to Zimmerman around the right side before he's ran out of bounds. Zimmerman with a nice run out to the 25. Zimmerman with a 7-yard carry.
No, he got a first down.
Did he?
Yeah.
He got more than 7 yards, didn't he?
Got about 12.
Yes, he did, out to the 30. You're right. 1st and 10, Wolves at their 30-yard line. It's Major and Turner in the backfield this time. Dury, the quarterback. Handoff goes up the middle to Turner. He bounces off several would-be tacklers and picks up about 5. Wes Turner, bruising fullback for the Wolves with 5 yards. 4:50 to go in the third quarter. If you missed other scores, what we had for you, Salem was leading Centralia 14-0. Mount Carmel and Harrisburg were scoreless in the second quarter, and Robinson led Lawrenceville 7-0. Pickup of 6 on that play. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Wolves. In motion is Glick. Dury wants to pass. Left side, incomplete. The intended receiver, I think, was Glick, but he was underthrown.
Both of these quarterbacks for Flora, both Irwin and Glick, with exceptional throwing abilities. Palace now checking in.
They're 3rd down and 4. Joe Palace in, and he has already caught 3 passes tonight. 1 touchdown. 70 yards in pass catches in this ball game. 3rd down, 4. Dury takes the snap. Handoff to Major, bounces off 2 tacklers. 1st down to the 45, out to near midfield. Good run by Eric Major. He bounced off 2 guys, brings it out to the 49. It's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
Got a 19-yard run, was it not?
It wasn't quite that far. They had it at the 34.
15-yard.
Not bad.
Gets him to the 120 mark of the night.
If he keeps this up, he could have 200 yards. When's the last time that's happened for Flora? He needs his 1 real long gainer. The Wolves keep moving it. It's 27-7. They have the lead here in the third quarter. Dury with the pitch. Run all the way down the left sideline to the 42-yard line.
Who was that? That's a new one.
New running back in there. That's why we didn't call
Brandon Krutzinger.
Krutzinger getting his first carry of the season. It looked like he was going to be thrown for a loss. He got a lot of yardage out of it. All the way down to the 42. Very close to the first down. 1 yard shy. 2nd down and 1 for the Wolves. 3:14 to go, third quarter. Boy, everybody that's touched the ball for Flora tonight out of the backfield has been successful. Dury on the keeper. Now he's going to throw down the right sideline. Complete to left to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Flora. Dury to Frank Lusk. The Wolves with a 42-yard touchdown pass. Wow. Lusk caught it in stride on the right sideline at about the 30-yard line. He was gone. Well, he has some good speed. 33-7. The Wolves just keep piling it on. And to do the extra point kicking duties is Jay Mann. Lusk, the tight end, with a good catch and an excellent run. Dury did a good job on the play fake. He rolled right and got it right.
Oh, it's pretty.
Right in stride. So two quarterbacks tonight have each thrown 4 touchdown passes for the Wolves. Here's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good by Mann.
He got all of that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did. With 2:28 to go in the third quarter, it's Flora 34, Oblong 7. Back to Panther country after this.
What a performance.
They've done it always offensively. They've done it by the pass on the ground. Defensively, they've done it all night. They stopped Oblong pretty much the whole game. Here's the kickoff. And a run back to the 35-yard line.
Brian Glick in on that stop.
Bradbury with the
Jeremy Lewis
return of about 10 yards. The Wolves are fired up.
They are. Jeremy Lewis doing a really good job on that.
Well, I was talking to some of the fans, and a lot of them are parents of these players. They said these guys are a team unit this year, and that will be a real key. They're all one. Flea Hardy with the handoff to Moss. Moss goes nowhere. Ian Stackett, who made the tackle. 60.
Having trouble picking up the number. John Hurleman.
No gain. We've heard that a lot tonight for this Oblong team. Brock Hinson also in there. Hinson's a little shook up. He comes out.
Just out of breath.
Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Flora with a 34-7 lead. The most points they've scored in a while, too. We would need to look that up. The last time they scored that many points, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it would have been.
Not last year, I don't think. And a loss on the play and a penalty flag. Dale Thomas in there with a sack. Actually not a sack. The ball carrier was thrown for a loss, and there was a flag thrown after the tackle, I believe.
And it's against Flora, I believe.
Maybe unnecessary roughness. They will mark it off against the Wolves.
That's exactly what it is.
That penalty?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Unnecessary roughness, I guess. But then he hit his helmet, or hit his head. The official did. Nonetheless, it will be close to a first down after they measured it. They'll bring out the chain gang. Real close. It is a first down for Oblong.
It's only the 4th one of the night. First one in the second half for the Panthers, and they got it via the penalty route.
I think it was illegal helmet contact, Randy. That was the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And my official IHSA official football signals
which
guide.
can be called unnecessary roughness.
Right.
Yeah.
It's rule number 24.
24 there, right.
First and 10 Oblong. With the ball is Moss, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He might have gained 1.
Not much. With the tackle, Brian Lane. Lane shook up on the play. He's got to hustle out. They let him get off the field. He was holding his neck, it looked like. He's in some pain.
Uh-huh.
Big Brian Lane. Hinson replaced him. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers here. We're running out of time in the third quarter. Sanders with a carry. He picks up a couple.
Hurleman with the stop again.
It will set up a 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Panthers. Inside 30 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Flora with a 34-7 lead. 9 seconds. They probably won't get this play off before the quarter ends. They will not. Clock winds down. That's the end of 3 quarters. The Flora Wolves 34, Oblong Panthers 7. Back to Oblong and the 4th quarter in this season opener in a moment. Ready to go in the 4th quarter. It's a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. They haven't had much to cheer about tonight.
No, they sure haven't.
Flehardy hands off to Williams. Bounces off 2 tacklers. Still on his feet. Finally brought down
by Brandon Krutzinger.
Krutzinger gets him before he gets the 1st down. 4th down and about 3 coming up. A lot of running for only 3-yard gain.
It was, wasn't it?
(34-7). Flora with the lead. Their starting quarterback, Sam Irwin, was hurt in the 2nd quarter. It looked like an ankle injury. He's on the sidelines walking around, however. Handoff and a 1st down for the Panthers. Sanders with the carry. Sanders picks up about 7. It is a 1st down at the Wolves' 41-yard line. You know what we haven't seen tonight is turnovers. We haven't seen one.
That's
unusual for a 1st game.
It is. Let's hope that we don't see any from Flora. Flora's played a really disciplined game, especially for this being their 1st game. The fact that they've only been penalized 3 times for 30 yards.
Flehardy hands off to Sanders. This time he's brought down after a gain of about 2. Hurleman with the tackle. Looked like one of those rodeo type where they bulldog the calves. And that's what that tackle looked like.
And he got a gain of 1.
2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Actually, he did get 2.
Think so, huh?
Scoreboard operator is not on the ball. Well, they were at the 41. He got it to the 39. Say that's 2. 2nd down 9 for Oblong. They have a lot of points to score in a hurry if they want to get back in it. Flora leading 34-7. 10 minutes to go in the game. Flehardy sacked. Good defense by the Wolves. That's Kyle Wheeler. Wheeler grabbed him by the jersey and slung him down. Big loss for the Panthers. Back to the 44. Tell you what, the Wolves have some big guys and strong guys.
Big and strong, and not one individual outshining another one. Just a lot of good, top-quality football players. Are probably the most well-rounded that I've seen them in the last few years.
9.5 minutes to go in the game. Oblong with a 3rd and 13 situation. Flehardy to pass. He gets it across, and it's knocked down by Hurleman. And, you know, Hurleman may have been able to intercept it, but he just...
And Flehardy took the hit for it, too.
He was hammered. Hurleman left his feet. He was way in the air and just batted it down.
That was the first attempted pass of the night for the Panthers.
We got an injured Panther.
Corey Williams a little shaken up.
Williams was the intended receiver. He is down. It will be 4th and 13. Oblong.
Lane's going to be okay. He's up and walking around now for Flora.
Hey, Williams,
Big Brian Lane.
Williams is really shook up.
Looks like he's got a case of the cramps or
Could
something,
be.
maybe.
He's feeling some pain. Next week will be at Carmi in the Dog Pound against the Bulldogs. That should be a good one. The North Egypt Conference opener. The first home game for Flora in 2 weeks against the Salem Wildcats at Dancy Field.
Yeah, this is our traveling year.
Right.
On the road more than we're not.
Preliminary reports are that we think there will be a tailgater on that first home game against Salem, but that's not official yet. We will probably know more about that this coming week. Hopefully that will go off.
I always enjoy that.
Been successful.
Yeah.
What, we've had that 2 years now.
Good fundraiser for the team. Good food. Go down a little early. Have a good time.
Now the Oblong player's still on the ground. I think we need to send it back to the studio. 9:26 to go in the ball game. It's Flora 34, Oblong 7. We'll be back in a moment.
High heat and air conditioning bills.
In the field. Looks like the left ankle or left leg somewhere in that area, and that's a shame. Hate to see anybody get hurt.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense tonight. He's carried the ball 10 times, has 52 yards for his efforts. He's probably the most successful running back out of the backfield for the Panthers outside of Jeremy Sanders, but he was just able to break one big one, and that's what pushes his stats on up.
Now some of his teammates, along with a couple of coaches, will help him off the field. Holding that left leg up, he gets a good hand from not only the Oblong fans, but the fans from Flora.
Well, I don't know if you noticed or not, but that's Flora's trainer that's out there helping him.
Oh, you're right.
And that's a nice effort on the part of the Wolves coaching staff.
You know, that's one thing about the Wolves program Kerry Martin runs. He teaches them to hit hard, but it's not where they're playing dirty football, as we have seen some teams play that style in the past in the North Egypt Conference.
We don't want to mention any names, though, do we?
I think one team
we don't want to mention.
South of Clay County.
Don't mention any names.
Some county south of Clay County.
There are a lot of counties down in there.
Started with a
Now you're going to get carried away here.
W. 9:26 to go in the game. It's 34-7. Flora all over this Oblong team. We had scores earlier from other games, but we have not had no updates. Hopefully our next break will get some updates on these other scores.
Yeah, we'll try to do that.
Mount Carmel and Harrisburg were scoreless. We're back to action. 4th and 13 for the Panthers. Flea Hardy to pass over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. Everybody splashes through the water. Zimmerman thought he had an interception, but it hit the ground first. So the Wolves will take over. And they will take over at their 43-yard line. Right?
I think so.
44-yard line. 1st and 10, Wolves. Dury, the quarterback, still. Handoff. And a loss on the play.
I think that's the first time tonight.
No, that was Glick.
That
Glick
Flora
lost
running
the game. A couple of yards on the play.
That's the first time tonight that a Flora back has been hit for a loss.
That's a positive thing to say. 8.5 to go in the game. It's a matter now of just running out the clock for the Flora Wolves. And don't get anyone hurt.
That's right.
Brian Lane was shaken up earlier. He's okay, but he won't go back in.
No need.
Let everybody get in there.
That's just the same way with Sam Irwin. Had we not had the quality of a backup that we do, he would probably be back in, but there's no need.
Dury with a pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass was overthrown.
And it was... they were trying to hit Richie Gruball.
Number 80, Gruball, backup tight end. Just a little bit out of his range. 3rd down and 12. Brandon Krutzinger runs in with the play. Eric Major comes out. Wolves 3rd down and 12 from their 42-yard line. Inside 8 minutes in the ball game. And this fellow running the timer doesn't know what he's doing. Dury with the keeper. He's got some room around the left side, but will come up short. Out to the 50, into Oblong territory to the 49-yard line, but he had to get to the 46. Good run by Dury. 4th down and 4 to go. 8-yard pickup. But what I was saying, see, on an incomplete pass, the clock is stopped until the next play starts, and this timekeeper starting the clock while they're in the huddle. I've done it all night, out of timeouts or whatever. The ball doesn't start till it's snapped, right?
Right.
4th down and a long 3 or 4 yards to go. Dury to Krutzinger, right side. He's got the first down to the 40, 35, 30. Down the right side, inside the 25-yard line. Brandon Krutzinger with a big run. Wow. That started at the 49, ended up where?
Just about right on the 25.
About, I think, just inside it. My eyes are getting better as we go along in this one.
25-yard carry for Brandon Krutzinger.
6:40 to go in the ball game. Will the Wolves put some more points on the board is the question. They have 34 already, 34-7. Dury, he wants to pass to Mann over the middle. He's got it. Close to another first down. J. Mann with the reception, his first of the night.
Where did they spot it? Just
not sure.
Yeah, they just did give him the first down, so it was a 10-yard pass play. First and 10 on the 11.
At the 11. That had to be 14-yard gain. First and 10 at the 11. We have a timeout by Flora. 6:19 to go in the ball game. They're knocking at the door again. They lead Oblong 34-7. We'll see if they can score after this. First and 10 from the 11. Here's the pitch to Krutzinger around the left side. He's knocked out of bounds after a gain of a couple. 6:05 to go in the ball game. Second down coming up for the Wolves. They had it at the 11. That's down at the 8. Give them a 3 yards on the carry. Second down and 7 for the Wolves. They lead 34-7 late in this one. Dury to Krutzinger again. He spins off 2 tacklers, still on his feet, inside the 5. Brandon Krutzinger with another good run. Third down, and how many? I'd hate to be an Oblong Panther radio station and have to depend on their scoreboard every week.
Third and 3.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can't count on it.
Another 5-yard pickup for Brandon Krutzinger.
Good run by him. Third down and 3. They're at the 4-yard line. They can get a first down without scoring. 5 minutes to go in the game. Handoff this time is a fake. Dury with it. He's around. Touchdown, R.D. Dury. I just started to say Zimmerman had the ball, but they faked me out. Dury kept it. He went around the right side untouched for the 6 points. Flora leads 40-7. Turn out the lights.
The party's over.
Oblong. Dandy Don used to say that, didn't he?
I think so.
One of your heroes.
Right.
From Dallas. 40-7. The clock continues to run. Kick by Mann is no good. It's a little bit short. So with 4:53 to go in the game, it's Flora 40, Oblong 7. We'll have another Wolves kickoff after this. 4:53 to go in the ball game. It's all Flora tonight, 40-7. Did you expect this big of a, this wide of a margin of victory?
No, I sure didn't. I said Flora by 2 touchdowns all week.
Well,
but golly,
a little more than 2.
Yeah, unbelievable performance. Coach Kerry Martin is very happy, very happy. He's going along and talking to every one of his players.
They've all contributed. Everybody that's been in there.
What a total team effort this has been.
Kickoff coming up by the Wolves. They've had a few of those tonight. Yeah, I think everybody's been in there. I don't see anybody with real clean uniform. Next week, the Wolves play at Carmi against the Bulldogs. By Oblong, and it's recovered by Flora at the Oblong 42-yard line. A new player was in the game. Mike Holt was the running back for Oblong. He coughed it up at the 40. And for the Wolves, jumping on the loose ball, Matt Arwood.
Atwood. Matt Atwood.
Atwood, I started to say, who's Arwood? Misprint in the program. Matt Atwood on the fumble recovery. So Atwood's a fired up youngster. Number 19. Wolves with it, 1st and 10 at the Oblong 42-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. They already have it sewed up. Will they score more? Dury, the quarterback. Glick, all right, Brian Glick with the carry. He got back to the line of scrimmage and then was slung back. No,
that's not Glick. Let's see who that is. A new running. It's Jesse James, seeing his first action of the night.
He's a sophomore. Now, he's not the Jesse James I've heard of, is he? Different guy. Jesse James and Billy the Kid, those guys?
I don't think it's him, no. Figure out where you were coming from on that one. Going to say, yeah, this is the Jesse James that played junior high ball, sure.
Jesse James hideout over in Missouri. 2nd and 10. Flora with the carry this time is
Dustin Zimmerman.
Zimmerman with a gain of a couple. Actually, that carry by James was a loss of a yard. Zimmerman gets 2. And it's 3rd down and 9. 2:20 to go in the game. Flora 40, Oblong 7. Wolves bring it up at the Oblong 46 with a 3rd down and 9. Dury, the quarterback. Bobbles the snap, now pitches it over to Zimmerman. He's got some room. He could go all the way, but he's tripped up at the last moment. Wow. Zimmerman showed some good speed. He was down inside the 30 at the 20, about the 30-yard line. He was tripped up.
17-yard carry.
I didn't see who made the tackle, but they reached in at the last second, and he would have been gone.
Well, that was not, let's make a correction here, that was not Dury quarterbacking.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It's number 32, but I don't know if it's Glick or if it's...
32 is Glick. He's the quarterback now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But the run was Zimmerman.
Right.
We'll get it straight yet. Glick, the QB. He pitches it to number 10.
Who's 10?
He carries
Boy, they're really messing us up here. That's Adam Reef.
Adam Reef with the carry. He gets a couple of yards for the Wolves inside the 30. to the 26-yard line. You'll see everybody in there now. So that's great. If you can get everybody in your first game, boy, that's super. A real plus for your team. Inside a minute to go in the ball game.
Jason Fletcher is the center now for the Wolves, too.
Glick, the quarterback. Bumps into one of the running backs. He keeps it himself. Turns it upfield for about 3-yard gain. Well, they get one play off here before it's over. Inside 30 seconds. When's the last time you saw a quarterback with number 32?
It's been a good little while.
10 seconds to go, and this game is history. They won't even line up for a final play. Coaching staff congratulates each other. That's the ball game. The Flora Wolves win the season opener, beating Oblong 40-7. Wolves are ready for Northeastern Conference play. They'll play at Carmine next week. Oblong will go to Southern Illini Conference foe, Palestine. We'll take a timeout. We'll have post-game highlights and a chat with the coach in a moment.